Welcome back to the channel, guys, and yes, we are back on the big Volvo Amazon. So thank you very much to everyone that watched the last episode. Admittedly, and a few people did comment, it was quite a long video just to work out and cut a hole in the car. So I am taking my time with this car. It is an expensive car to restore compared to what I'm used to. Also, I'm kind of trying to do it as sympathetic as possible in the sense that I want to try and get it right, but obviously I'm not going to do a concourse. So I'm trying to put as minimal amount of panels in the car to keep as much of the original car as possible. But obviously within reason, we're going to have to repair stuff. So I am taking my time. The car does need to be dismantled a little bit more. One comment, just to touch base on this, front windscreen, yeah, they're saying remove it. I have got a spare windscreen. The screen is actually got chips and stuff all over it. From storage, it looks like scratches and stuff like that. Not really chips, I guess, more scratches. So I have actually got a windscreen that came with the car. So I'm not overly bothered. I'm actually using it to protect the interior a little bit, save me having to strip that right now and find a home for all that. So, in this episode, we hope to get a little bit more done, obviously. And I'm in two minds of what to do, whether to start getting the cowl panel in or whether to cut this off and doing both. From looking at forums and stuff like that, it does look easier just to cut the front off properly, get rid of this old panel, get the new one mocked up, use the wing and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few little repairs from, like there's a flange, I'll bring you guys in a sec, but there's like a flange that needs repairing. I've trimmed down the cowl panel off camera and that's kind of fitting a little bit better now because it hasn't got the extra bit on the top that's replicated there. And yeah, it's time to get stuck into it. So, let's go. Right, so I left you guys in the last episode with a big obviously gaping hole in the car. The cowl panel's there, like I say, the top bit's been chopped off it now because it's replicated on the other panel. What I've been doing is cleaning back this door edge. There's a little bit of repair that I need to do there, and then we need to clean that scuttle area up there because there's a small hole. Also, I've made a little piece up just to go in there. That was like the worst bit of the flange. I mean, I could have left it, but it was just really heavily pitted, so there's no point welding to rubbish. But all of this is absolutely mint. I've cleaned back the back of it as well. All of this is really good, and it's all really good to go, to be fair. But yeah, it's the case now of making a plan and whether I cut all of that out as well. And obviously we have that seam there to then weld to and line everything up with. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Just going to run a cutter across there, take my measurements and stuff like that, and go from there. But for now, we're going to get this little piece welded in. And then, yeah, I'll bring you guys back in when I've kind of got my head around it a bit more. Before we get going, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel. Honestly, the feedback this car's getting is absolutely epic. The channel, like I said, is going to go a different way in the sense that we've got this workshop now. Obviously, we're always going to have the Classic Minis batting around. We've got loads of projects, Classic Minis lined up, but this is a dream car of mine, so it's going to be a big part of the channel. But the feedback, the people that are really interested in this car, yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going. It's going to be slow progress, like I said, but we're going to get there. So please subscribe to the channel. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and comment away. All your help's welcome, all your comments are welcome. Whether they're good or bad, I embrace everything. I do not mind. Also, while I've got you, check out our sponsors. So if you're into your Classic Minis, we have Minimine. They're a Classic Mini specialist and they will obviously sort you out. So there's a link in the description below for that. And if you're into basically anything to do with any kind of project in the garage, Frost Restoration are your people for that. There is a warehouse up north now, fully open in the Warrington area if you want to go and visit that. There's a discount code that you can use online to buy any bits you need for your garage, the consumables, tools, whatnot, all there for you. We've bought a few bits, you've probably seen you for us on Instagram and obviously the rest of the videos that we produce. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. So please go and check out both the sponsors, guys. Right, let's get back to rust fighting. And voila, really happy at that. It's gone nicely, nice and smooth. So we've got a full flange there now, back to kind of put the new panel onto. So that's the first repair done. What I'm going to do is have a look at trying to make this a bit more uniform, so probably cut out a bit more, and then we'll make sections go in there. So so far. Really happy. Oh, it's nice to weld to, this car. Really good. But yeah, sorted. First bit done. Right, so got some progress. Mucking around with that, trying to get that in its place. Like I say, I've cut that top piece there. And I've also repaired the flange up there off camera. Door post is being repaired as well, so I'm happy with that. I just want to try and get my head around these panels now. So I've got a plan. So this will plug weld all the way down there, plug weld around there. It's kind of in its place. It needs the top trimming a little bit. So I'll be working on the wing instead. So this wing is actually quite poorly. It's the whole edge here needs to be repaired, or I need to find a better wing. I'm not sure. I kind of want to repair this wing because they're not cheap. So what I've managed to do is, first to claim it, I've ordered the wrong fitting kit. So I needed slightly different speed clips and fixings. So it's not a problem, but I've managed to salvage enough for mocking up purposes on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this is now fixed to the wing. So this is the new inner wing repair panel fixed to the outer wing. And then what I'm going to do is cut all the way along there, along that seam, get rid of all of this, and then I'm going to plonk that on top of here, rest it on top of my inner wing, because the new panel has like these flange lines and stuff like that. So basically I'm going to cut all the way in there, sit it on top, and basically get my shut line on my bonnet exactly how I want it, and then I can make the lower part of the panel fit onto there, but I need this out of my way really. So it's a couple of spot welds there on the front panel, so just need to chop them away, and then I can start getting rid of this bit of rust. I'm going to be quite excited to get rid of this, to be honest, because it's blooming ugly looking. I'll get this unclipped for now, and yeah, let's get this cut off. So basically my idea is, as long as this bonnet, oh it's massive, lines up nicely with the wing, then I can mark off on there where it needs to go, and we should be golden. That's how I'm going anyway. Never done this before, but I'm sick of looking at these panels and I want to get this car repaired. So let's get that fitted on there, but first get that cut off. Right, so I've made the cut all the way along, a little bit nerve-wracking. It's kind of still joined on a little bit at the front here, but I think it's, oh there you go. Just so I can get the grinder in. Right, take two, it's off. Right, so with that off, I want to obviously clean back this edge a little bit, try and get it this bit flat. Because obviously that new panel has got the flange there, which makes up some of my wheel arch. So I want to try and use that if I can, as a bit of a guidance. So if we go back to the car, you can see that that is basically, is this piece, it's got like the profile and everything there. So I want to make this flat. Hopefully I can get my wing in there then, try and get things lined up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with it. I might take it back off that wing, might just try and work it out, but basically I need the ring to line up nicely with that, and then we should be golden. So get going. Happy New Year, guys. So, yes, a bit of a break on this car. As you know, we've had kind of maintenance work to do on our Blue Mini, our mini sidewalk, and then the 340, which kind of just appeared, and we gave it a go, giving it a revival. That has taken a bit of our time. It is now New Year's Day, so Happy New Year, everyone. I'm absolutely starting the year off with the way I mean to go on with a massive cold. But yeah, it is one of them. I'm nice and dressed up warm, got a nice cup of tea in our mugs, which I hope to launch soon. And this is my goal. So if you've caught our last video with the plans for 2023, I really want to push this along. The welding, I really want to get done as soon as I can. So the main welding jobs now in this workshop is my Amazon and James's Mini. And we're going to get pushing. So let's just get stuck into this video. So where we're up to. Front end, the panels, the wing is on. It kind of just needs to sit there, and then that's kind of lined up. Obviously it's not tightened right down, nothing like that. But what I'm trying to do is trying to get these holes to line up, and as you can see, they don't. But if you push on the panel on the inside, they kind of come in line now. So we're getting there. How I kind of got to this was just taking some advice from a good friend, Jackman of mine. He's got a Volvo Amazon as well, I think a year apart, like we're about a year apart. He's a year older and newer. And he basically said, tack the wing exactly where you want it. And it's kind of worked. Like I've got the door gap, which we had before. I've taken loads of photos of this car. The wing lines up because you can see where the dirt line was, where the wing was. So just a quick tack onto there. This panel by no means is in its right position. So there's still a lot of work to fettle, but now I know that I can make the cut on this wing, and then I have so much more movement with this. And I think it's going to lean where I want it to lean now. So I want to get these welded in now. So what we're going to do is I think I've fathomed this out now. Now I've tacked it. So I'm going to cut the tack, and I'm going to get the cowl panel welded in, and then we know that we can just tinker with this one after. So time lapse, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. And there we have it, guys. So cowl panel is in. I'm pretty happy with how that's gone. Like I say, plug welded all around there, and I've done like little stitches like I always do on all my projects just to give it extra strength. But yeah, absolutely buzzing of how that's gone, really. So up here, like I say, it's been plug welded, and then the stitches, and I've just started putting some seam sealer on just because I find with swarf flying around everywhere, you get bits of swarf stuck in like just areas, and I think it's just easier just to get this piece done. It's solid, it's sealed up, and then you can work on the rest of it. It's just how I work. So now we've got to look at trying to get this panel to fit, and all it's done is fight me completely. But I think if we can get the wing back on and then get the panel in, if we make the cut that we need, you can see the line, I don't think it's going to be too bad. So, but yeah, let's get it done. I say that now. Bring you guys back in when I'm ready to weld. And there we have it. Finally have things lining up, as you can see. Happy with that. Bonnet fits nice, wings where it should be. Shut line down the door is how it should be. It's a big help. Like I say, Jackman put me onto just tacking a wing on. It's made my life so much easier, and everything lines up now. Bonnet shut lines, it's perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it's workable. Once the inner wing's in place, I can use the adjustment of the wing. Obviously, I struggle quite a bit because my wing's corroded up here. We're going to repair this, but yeah. Oh my God, it's finally happening. Right guys, I'm going to park that video here. You won't believe how long it's taken just to get this video put together. Like I said, we had about I think it's like a couple of months break because of other projects. But New Year is here now, and like I say, if you caught the last video, I've got a deadline for this. This is a big car to have sat about doing nothing. It's a dream car of mine. And really minimal welding compared to the minis in this building. So once we pass the hurdle on both the inner wings, it's some arches and some sills, and then we're golden. We can start prepping for paint. So I'm really happy with that. Matt's going to give us a lift, I think, and we're going to try and get the engine checked out and kind of make a game plan of what we're going to do with that. So stay tuned for that. Miss Simpson bought me a end scope so I can actually get like inside the engine and have a proper look. Obviously we're going to whip the head off. We're going to crack on with that. So, thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you really enjoy this build, subscribe to the channel. I know loads of you are here for the Amazon. When I was doing the 340, so many of you went, just get on with the Amazon. Yeah, I heard you. I'm back on with the Amazon. So, yeah, hope you all had a good New Year. And yeah, don't worry, there'll be more progress on this car as and when we can, but I'm on it. I'm really excited. We're getting panels welded in now. So, thank you very much for watching. Catch you next one.